Good evening and welcome to Manning Field for the final game on the final day of the Lynn 2018 City Series Championship. Lynn Tech, a surprise winner, upset winner over St. Mary's in the opening game. Classical knocked off arch rival English in their game. And we're making history here today. The coach for Lynn Classical is Eric Moreno. The coach for Lynn Tech is Eric Moreno. Now, that doesn't mean he's bouncing back and forth between both benches, one guy doing double duty. This is son Eric Moreno coaching Tech, father Eric Moreno coaching Lynn Tech, Eric, the son, coaching Lynn Classical. Daniel Cortez is in net for Classical. Eden or Eden, say it both ways, hope I get it right. Arriaga in net for Lynn Tech. Tech in the white, Classical in the green. We had our first champion, St. Mary's, scored a goal late in the second half and beat a good Classical team 1-0, just nipped them. Classical played well. Young ninth grader Flaherty in net played extremely well. Classical shut out English. Tech up by St. Mary's 2-1. Dump it down the near side. Classical converges, knocks it loose. Tech gets it back. Just kept in by Garong. And right off the bat, the Tech boys have got a player that we don't have. Right here, number 15. We don't know who that is. Classical trying to knock it deep. Nice defense by Macario, knocking it away. That pass trying to send somebody in. Classical coming back. Classical trying to knock it upfield. They knock it out. Ayman Al-Abasi knocked it upfield and knocked it out. And it goes out. Off Alex Marin. Also again, right back at it, and Tech's going to get called for a knockdown. Tech heading it away. Classical trying to keep it in. Out into the Classical bench, quickly thrown back in. Tech clears it away, knocks it back to midfield. Tech knocks it deep, looking for the fast break. They almost got it. They almost took it away. Josue Pena was back there looking for it. And Mena Gio Ramirez almost took it away from him. Hop straight up in the air. Headed back by Classical, and it's going to go out of play. Tech will kick it away. Gets by everybody. Hustling over for Classical was Kevin Molina. Orlana. And he banged it out. Omar Pojoy knocks it high in the air. Downfield. Off a hit. Ivan Malara knocks it upfield. Tech breaks it up and takes it away. They knock it deep. And they knock it deep again. They were trying to send Pojoy in. Alex Amaya knocks it ahead. Back to the middle, to Marin. Marin again sends it across. Robles. Also trying to get it to the net. Getting everybody getting a touch, but they can't get it toward the net. Tech breaks it open and takes it away. A little bang going on, but not enough to blow the whistle. Tech breaks it up again. They knock it deep, and they call the offside on Gio Ramirez. They kick it long and wide off to the left side, off the foot of Kevin Molina. Olana. Classical coming back. Tech takes it away. Trying to knock it deep. Blocked. And got knocked away. Garong broken up from behind by Alex Amaya. Poljoy gets it back. He's broken up. Pass a little bit behind Alex Ixlaj. Marin with it. Tech steps up, breaks it up, knocks it deep. Let's go back at it. Skips past everybody. Poljoy got broken up. Off a foot to the middle. Marin couldn't collect. Poljoy does. Trying to send it deep. Battling going on. They couldn't get around Ivan Malara. Tech breaks it up and knocks it out. Classical will make a couple of substitutions. Trying to walk in. Bodies go down. There's no whistle. Try a little give and go, and they just took the Classical player down. Classical's going to wind up with a corner kick. They're calling it off Tech. Tech picks off the kick. It gets blocked by Classical back to the corner. Tech blocks it. Garong trying to get into the middle. It got picked off. Nice passing there by Classical. Tech hustles back to get the shot. It goes wide right. Championship final, the boys style, here in the 2018 Lynn City Tournament. First time in a long time that St. Mary's has been playing in the game. They win the game most of the time. We mentioned Tech had a terrific first game and defeated St. Mary's. They tip it ahead, but too far ahead for Poljoy. Gio Ramirez on one side, try to lead Poljoy and let him too far. Good effort, but the pass just went too far. Classical heads away to throw in. Both teams a little feeling out for these teams in the early going. Nobody's really had an opportunity. Neither goaltender has been called on to do anything as yet. They knock it ahead. Can't get around. Desi? Yeah, Desi. It doesn't help me with his last name. Pojoy broken up, and he gets another bump. Lopez Funes with a little bump, and now Pojoy returns the favor, taking a Classical player down. He gets caught. Classical will get a free kick from about the 45-yard line. A little further than that. They don't try to go to the net from there. They bounce it out off Garong. Lopez Funes takes the throw in. Trying to go to the far side. Tech steps up, knocks it away. Classical gets it back. Classical's controlled quite a bit of the time here in the Tech end, but not coming up with anything even close to being a shot on net. Now trying to get around, can't, and a little bump and a banging going on. They let it go. Little elbow. No harm, no foul. Classical knocks it high in the air and out of play. They were trying to send Gio Ramirez in. It got blocked, they get it back, and Classical takes it away, clears it away. Deflects off. And here comes Classical again. Asani got it to the middle. Now the body goes down. They waited a while. Then the body goes down again. Gomez got knocked down twice. They blow the whistle. And he'll get a free kick. Kevin Molina. Olana. One of the captains of this team, along with the goaltender. To the net. And it got knocked away. Looked like Gabriel Navoa breaking in from the far side, trying to knock it down with his body, and he did knock it down, but then Tech knocked it out. And they cleared it out, and Classical gets a corner kick. And somebody got a piece of it, a head or a body or whatever, and deflected it, but they deflected it wide right. Halfway through and counting this first half, no score. Classical and Tech championship final of the 2018 Lynn City Tournament. St. Mary's girls defeated Classical 1-0. Bumping and banging going on. They're letting them play a little bit. They give it back to Cortez. He just passes it upfield. He didn't bother trying to kick any deeper. Little give and go too far ahead for Asani. Malara gave it ahead. Faked the shot. Got loose, didn't take the shot. That was Alex Ixlaj. And it pass went too far. Tech picked it off. Classical knocked it away. To keep it in the Tech end, they finally wound up back in their own end, and they knock it all the way back to the goaltender. Classical trying to come back, and the pass goes too far. Pena tried to make the pass to Amaya. Threw it way out in front of him. In the middle, Poljoy picks it off. Trying to get it to the net. It got blocked by Malara. Foot race. They get back and we'll get a whistle because there's a Tech player down flat at the 45-yard line. And that's Omar Poljoy. Just simple back and forth. Defense is trying to keep each other away from the net. Not much offense on either side. Might be like father and son taking it easy on each other. Bodies go down all over the place. They wound up on top of each other. It was almost like a pig pile. Everybody jumped on top at the 25-yard line, and now, wham, they just knocked the Classical player down. No call. Two-hand shove knocked the player down right in front of the Classical bench, and the player is still down. I don't know how they missed that one. Looked like he's holding his head. He's getting up. I'm shocked he got up. But that was a 2-inch shot. He knocked him right on his down. No problem. Classical trying to get around. They keep control of the ball. Nice little shift. They take the shot. Just went over the net. Big time try by Alex Ixlaj. He made a couple of moves, got around a couple of defenders, got loose, hit a laser beam Arriaga went up in the air trying to get a piece of it, and it just went over. That's the closest anybody has come to scoring. They're letting him get away with a lot of contact in a non-contact sport. Pass ahead, broken up. Tech throws it deep. They throw it deep, and they call Tech offside, which he was. They try to go deep, and he got out in front a little too quick. That was Builder Arriaga. I'm assuming he's the brother of the goaltender. Malara kicked it away. Glasgow coming back the other way, trying to throw it in front, headed away by the defense nicely. Knocked away by the defense again. And they couldn't keep it in. And he tried to get around the defense and knock it ahead. Lopez Funes knocked it out. Getting around the defense a couple of times down the far side, trying to get it, trying to throw it in front. Couldn't throw it in front. It got blocked by Josue Pena. And Tech will get a corner kick there first. Coming up on 12 minutes left in this scoreless first half. Last goal and Tech trying to become the 2018 City Soccer Champion. Haskell knocks it away. They knock it deep, looking for a foot race. Nobody's going to get there. Coming out, Arriaga got to the ball, kicked it away. Nice job by the goaltender. Out in front, Arriaga got a piece and slapped it away. And then Glasgow sees Tech clear it away. They drop it back. Haskell, nice little shift around the defense, trying to throw it in front. And there's Tech to clear it away. Good defense again by Tech out in front. Body's going down again, trying to get a hold of the ball. Glasgow right back at it. It's been in the Tech end more often than not in this first half, as we've got 10 minutes left in a scoreless half. Ooh. Behind the back, kick action by Malara. And we got another Classical player down. He's getting up quickly. I said Malara was actually Pena 14, not 4. That little over-the-head kick. Now they kick it to the net. Arriaga gets 2 hands on it, slaps it down, picks up the rebound, and kicks it away. Gets it out past midfield. Classical gets it right back in the Tech end. Pozo was trying to knock it deep. Malara blocked it. Long day at Manning Field. 4 soccer games starting at 9 o'clock. I don't think I get up at 9 o'clock or earlier than 9 o'clock when I was in the Army. They tip it off ahead, and Arriaga dives and makes the save, the fumble recovery. I don't know if he got bumped because he went down and stayed down. A couple of people trying to get to the ball. They might have made contact with him because he's flat down, hurt. And Miss Gagnon, Nicole, is going to come out and check on him. So they took a timeout, checking out Arriaga, the goaltender. He seems to be okay. He's back in net. And he'll kick it away. Just over 8 minutes left in a scoreless half. Bounces off the back of a Classical player. And that was Eamon Alabasi. And then it goes out off Classical. I have to apologize to Eric Moreno. I said when they made out the roster for the first game, they just listed players 1 through 25, not with their numbers. So we got the new number. That's why I said I don't know who number 15 is, because they left him off the roster. But I'm looking down, I was wrong. They do have Kevin Rodriguez is wearing the number 15 for Tech. So I apologize to Coach Moreno. I thought he left one off. He had more important things to worry about than the numbers on the program. He just listed 1 through 25, and it wasn't until it was like halfway through the first half of their first game that somebody came over and said, "By the way, those aren't the numbers of the players. That's just listed 1 through 25." It's just numerical order, not numerical numbers. They tip it. Rodriguez took it away, but I don't know if they're going to call somebody for a push, or because it wasn't Rodriguez coming out of the pile with the ball. It was somebody from behind, and so Classical's going to get a free kick. Actually, it's a corner kick, but it's a little shorter than a corner kick. And they're going to move that picket fence of Tech's back. So can't probably get it from there. Maybe try to hook it in, but try to get it out in front. And Tech headed away, and then Classical tried to knock it home, and Knocked it wide right and out of play. And Tech will take the throw in. As we're approaching 5 minutes and counting left in this one. And it goes out. Off Garong. Alabashi getting set to throw it in, but we'll have a substitution first. They tip it back. Couldn't get a shot on net. Ramirez looking to throw it out in front or get a shot on net. And Rodriguez came up from behind and knocked it away. So Classical will get a corner kick. Coming from the near side. They drive it long. Classical couldn't get the shot off. They try to back and kind of back kick it. Little bicycle kick, I guess they call it, over the shoulder. And he knocked it wide to the left side. From long range, shot on net by Kevin Molina Orlana. Arriaga made the save and boots it deep. Garong broke it up. Arriaga's been busy in net. A couple from long range, couple in close. He's made some saves. Cortez hasn't had to do a thing in net for Classical. They try to lead it, and he bounced it off the back of Malara. He blocked it with his back turned. It gets by Rodriguez. And I think Julio got away with a little push-off. And it went out off Classical, and Arriaga, it won't be him, but Tech will kick it away. Off a couple of heads. Tech finally winds up with it. They throw it deep, looking for a break. They got a break. Didn't get the shot off. Where it could have got the shot, didn't, and then it got blocked and knocked away. Gio Ramirez had an opportunity. He could have at least got a shot off. I think he was looking to see if somebody was coming behind to pass it off. By the time he did, Classical recovered and blocked whatever he was trying to do, and it winds up with a throw-in. They had an opportunity to get their first shot on net, and it went by the boards. Coming down the far side, trying to throw it in front. That wasn't really a shot. They were trying to throw it in front with a player breaking down the near side. And the pass went way out in front, way too far. And Nelson Ramirez couldn't get to it. We're in the final 2 minutes. Still scoreless here in the boys' championship final of this 2018 city tournament. Classical knocks it again right back in the Tech end where it's been most of the time. Tech breaks it up. Glasgow with a couple of slides, got it back. Nice little shift. And then he taken down, no call. Looked like Pojo took him down with a kick, a trip. sliding out of the net. Cortez came way out of the net. Not only out of the net, but way over beyond the sideline to the out of bounds area almost. Sliding and knocking that one out. And the closing minute or so, it'll be Daniel Zacharias from the near side. Headed away. And the whistle sounds. They were just trying to line up a kick and it bounced away. And the whistle sounds. So we played halfway through this game and we're still right back where we started. Nothing to choose between these two. A little bit of an edge to Classical territorial-wise, a couple of shots on net. Cortez in the net for Classical hasn't had to do very much, but it's still dead even. Lynn Tech nothing, Classical nothing at halftime. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're getting set to start the second half. This is the fourth game of the day. Lynn English girls won the consolation round in the morning. St. Mary's batted second and won the consolation round for the boys. St. Mary's girls got a late goal to nip Classical 1-0 in the championship final of the girls. And now we got another battle going on here with the boys as we're dead even 0-0 through the first half. And we remind everybody that if somebody doesn't score, we almost got that in the St. Mary's game with St. Mary's scoring late, that 1-0 win, that there'll be a shootout. Somebody has to win, but it will go in the books as a tie. MIA doesn't recognize overtime or shootouts during the regular season. Game ends in a tie, it's a tie. But somebody has to win to take home the trophy and the championship here, so they'll keep playing in case somebody doesn't score. They'll just have a shootout, and they'll leave it up to the goaltenders. And we got two pretty good ones here. Cortez, Daniel Cortez for Classical, and Eden Arriaga. Or Eden, again, I'll say it both ways. Hope I get it right once. Arriaga for Lynn Tech. Tech watch Classical control most of the time, territorial-wise, getting the better of the scoring opportunities. Cortez didn't have to do much in net in the first half for Classical. Tech almost had a couple of breakaways a couple of times. Defense got back, hustled and broke it up. And that bounced up and got Classical in the hand, I believe. So Tech will get the throw in. Just getting started here in the second half. Not much to choose between these two teams. Both defenses are very good. And they've been letting a little bumping and banging going on. They knock it off Lynn Tech. DeLeon breaks it up again, and then knocks it ahead. Pushing and shoving. Gomez grabbed a little piece of the shirt. Tech looking to get loose. Got loose a couple of times, couldn't get the shot off. A couple of nice moves by Gio Ramirez, but he couldn't get the shot off. He had to battle 2 or 3 defenders, kept getting away, and every time he got away, there was another one there blocking him, so he couldn't get a real good shot off. Also pops it up and knocks it out. Tech will get the throw in. Hasco trying to knock it deep. Rodriguez knocks it away. Popped up. Headed back. Tech tried to center it. It got picked off by Ramirez. Bodies go down. Tech held his up like, I didn't do it. I didn't knock him down. I didn't knock Cassani down. And then the official blew the whistle and said, free kick Classical. They kick it high in the air going toward the net, and it bounces by everybody. Tech reached in and got a foot on it and knocked it away. Quick throw in it. Little over-the-shoulder kick by Fernando Gomez, just kind of rolled to the net. Cortez made the save. Excuse me, Arriaga made the save. It was Classical taking the shot. Gomez shot from long range, goes wide right and out of play. Arriaga will kick it away. Trying to center the pass, and it got picked off and cleared away by the defense. Thomas Kayipi, I hope I'm coming close to pronouncing that correctly. He's the deep center fielder for Tech. He made that defensive play, knocking it away earlier. Rodriguez trying to do battle, and he winds up knocking it out of play. Classical will get the throw in down deep. Once again, Classical keeping it in the Tech end. Trying to get the shot off, it went wide. Lined it up, ripped it, and pulled it well out of play to the left side. That was Fernando Gomez with the shot. And Thomas Kayipi kicks it away. Right back in the Tech end. Nice little poke check. That was by Albanaz knocking that away. And now Ashby Murphy just got a little bear hug. Juan De Leon wrapped him up, threw him down, and stood up with my hands up like I didn't do that. And he did it right in front of the official. He just gave him a little bear hug. Molina Orellana Kicks it. From long range. Boy, that didn't miss by much. Alex Ixlage, that's the second time he's come close. That skidded off the top, right at the near post, skidded right off the top crossbar. That was that close to going in. 6 inches lower, that was a goal. Good bid by Alex Ixlage. Costco was a little younger last year, but they've got 12 seniors this year. The goaltender, Cortez, is one of them. They knock it deep to the far side. Too far, went out. Lopez Funes couldn't keep it in. Glasgow right back at it. Trying to get the shot off. It got blocked. They score. It got blocked and it rolled a couple of feet in front. Gabriel Navoa knocks it home. They blocked the initial try, but when they blocked it, it went forward a yard or two, right into the lap of Gabriel Navoa, and he just ripped it past Arriaga. And Classical has grabbed a 1-0 lead. So all that pressure, they've been keeping the ball in the Tech end most of the time. And Tech really hasn't generated any offense. Cortez made one save, I think, from long range. Blocked. Tech gets it back. Trying to walk in. They take the shot from long range. Under pressure, Asani let it fly. And it went wide left. And Napi will kick it away again. Haskell right back at it, keeping it in the Tech end. Not letting Tech get anything going offensively. They kick it very deep. Haskell hustling back. And he booted it back the other way. Right back in the Tech end. Rodriguez got a head on it. Tipped up, Rodriguez again. Haskell again. Where is the ball? Tech side of the 50-yard line. Bodies go down, the ball goes out of bounds. Tech turns it over to Classical. Tech breaks it up. Pojoy gets it back. Looking to get around the defense and does. Trying to walk in. Walking right in. Big block. Cortez with a big play. Great rush by Pojoy, got around the defense, walked in from a tough angle, and coming out of the net was Cortez to block it. That's a big-time play by the goaltender, especially in a one-goal game. Classical heads it away. Classical sees Tech try to shoot it back. It was Zacharias, I believe, with that shot. And it didn't miss by much, but it wasn't on net. They haven't got too many on net. That one by Pojoy, I think, is their first. Gomez kept it in. Tech takes it away. They knock it deep. Here's Pojoy again. This time they cut in front of him and knock it out. Tech will get the throw in. Macario will take it. Another block out in front. Never got to the goaltender. They tip it ahead. Nice play. Pojoy trying to center it. Trying to keep it alive. Boy, Ashby Murphy doing a great job trying to keep that ball alive. Finally got a shot off and it got blocked, but boy, he worked hard just to try and get that shot off. Bodies go down as the ball goes out. And just over 25 minutes left in this 2018 City Boys Championship Final. We're going to time out with Glasgow leading Lynn Tech 1-0. Back to soccer as they throw it in. Glasgow trying to clear it away. Tech trying to keep it in the Glasgow zone. It hasn't been there much. They put a little pressure on the last minute or two and came close. Pojoy had a big opportunity. Cortez made a big-time save. Now it's kicked high and out of bounds. Rodriguez will take the quick throw in. Out off Classical into the Classical bench area. They move the throw in a little bit further. Now it goes, deflects. I thought it deflected off the Tech young man, but they called it off Classical. Tech keeps moving that throw in a little bit closer. And then Classical knocks it out again. Rodriguez heads it, trying to keep it in. Classical heads it away to midfield. Rodriguez carrying it down. Gets around, stays in control, dumps it down, trying to throw it out in front. They got a head on it and knocked it wide. I think that was Gio Ramirez with the header. Classical will get to kick it away. And we got a Classical player down. I don't know if he got hit with the ball or turned his leg. And again, I've been mentioning it through all of these games. They didn't really have a chance to really work hard outside pre-season because the weather was so hot. They didn't have as many scrimmages they normally have. They had to do a lot of work inside. And these few games are some of the first times they've been out and running up and down 100 yards as Rodriguez inadvertently trips one of the Classical players. So they're stretching out. They may pull something not serious or get a cramp or they're not really in normally the condition they would be in at this time of the season because they would have had a few scrimmages and workouts, but that heat was unbearable. I mean, especially when you look around the state and there were schools closing. I mean, as early as last week or this week, this being Saturday, as early as Thursday of this past week, Lynn Tech was supposed to play Northeast here at a game at 3:45, and Northeast canceled because they sent their school home at noontime because of the heat. The school's not air conditioned, and a lot of Lowell and Lawrence and a lot of other schools just made it very hard for parents who are working, dropping their kids off for school, and then all of a sudden you got to find someone to pick your kids up and take care of them because you're still working and they're getting out at noontime from school. And you can't let some of those young kids by themselves. So there were problems all over the place caused by that heat. And we went from that to about a 40-degree difference. Doing the football game last night, it dropped down right around 60. And it was really cool, and it's cool here today. Overcast and cool. The clouds are very low, just hanging over the trees. It's a very nice setting with all the trees in Pine Hill and all the trees behind the stands on the other side. It's picturesque here, really. And especially now with the clouds, just almost look like they're laying on top of the trees. But that sun is gone, the heat's gone, and now people have to stop worrying about staying warm as opposed to trying to get cool. Tech's going to get called for offside. We're halfway through this second half and counting. Classical holding on to that 1-0 lead. Off the goal by Gabriel Novoa. Long lead pass coming out. Cortez fell on it, and he could have just picked it up. Kind of dove on it at the 5-yard line. He'll kick it away. Tipped away. Classical goes and gets it. Headed again. Novoa battling. It rolled out, and Classical's going to get a corner kick. Alex Ixlage will take it from the near side. Tech clears it away. Classical keeping it in. The shot from long range. Nice try. got under it, lifted it, knocked it over the net and out of play. And I think that was Macario with the kick. It might have been Novoa. They were both in the area. And Napier kicks it away. Classical trying to keep it. Rodriguez upfield, still in control, still with it. Carries it all the way down to the far side. Classical knocks it out. Tech will get a corner kick. The winner of this will be right where they'd like to be at the start of the season, 2-0. Loser will drop to 1-1. They drill it high, bounces loose, tipped around, headed away by Classical. And here's Tech again getting a good kickoff, but it bounced high, and they had to kick it just about knee-high, maybe a little higher, and they got up under it, kicked it over the net rather than in the net. And that's sort of been the story when they've got a chance to get a kick on net. They kick it over the net and out of play. And after just having a timeout a short time ago, we're going to have another timeout. 17:03 left in this one. The last game of the day, the boys' championship. It's Classical 1, Lynn Tech nothing. Classical will kick it away. We'll get back to soccer. Classical has it back in the Tech end, as I mentioned. Like a broken record. It's been in the Tech end most of the time. Hustling back is Malara, knocking it out of play. Been a nice little crowd here, and we're happy for that, because the proceeds from this year's tournament is going to benefit the Lozzi Bonilla family. We've talked about it all the way through the tournament. Tiana Lozzi, 20 years old, lost her life in a horrible, horrible auto accident. Her fiance, John, and his mother, and Braxton, who just prior, he turned 1 in July. The accident happened August 28th. They were going to Weirs Beach for finishing up their vacation, having a good time, and a driver under the influence, driving erratically, went to the wrong side of the road, smashed into their car, and the young 20-year-old Tina lost her life, and that's a horrible time. I went to the wake, and the Lozzi family has been big in sports and politics in the city, and Bonilla family does a nice job as well. And it was a terrible time at the wake, and it's never a time parents, families are not supposed to bury their kids. And her life was wiped out before she even had a life. So people are reaching out to saying, how can we help? And obviously when you're 20 years old, not even starting a life, trying to start a life, and you have a 1-year-old son, you're not even thinking or planning financially for the cost of a funeral. You know, if you're lucky, you're planning for retirement maybe, or buying bonds, but certainly not for a funeral. So this tournament generally picks a cause, a charity, family. In the past, there have been families that have been burnt out in accidents that have been helped. And this year they've got another great cause, and that's the Bonilla Losey family. So whatever comes through, all the money is going to the services at the Solimini Funeral Home, and anything left over will be set aside for the help to raise Jackson. And I know there are going to be opportunities for people around the city to contribute as well. So you can check it out and hopefully help out. Shot way wide by Gomez. Shot it from the near side. Just sliced it all the way over to the far side. As we get 14 minutes and counting left in this one. Trying to knock it deep. Classical breaks it up. And they knock it deep back into the Tech end. Pojoy trying to get around again. Knocks it deep. Broken up by Malara nicely. Tech trying to knock it deep. Tipped off the head. And Classical knocks it high and wide and out off Alabashi. Gomez with a nice little shift over to Novoa. Back to Gomez, back to Novoa. Novoa and Gomez playing catch. They try to center it to Gomez. They knocked it behind him. Classical almost got a shot off. Asani wiggled it through a couple of defenders, but then he couldn't get the shot off. Broken up nicely by Malara with a nice defensive play. Sliding down, getting a foot on it before he fell down. They dump it ahead, looking for Gomez, breaking. Carried it into the far corner, coming back, can't get the shot off. Novoa trying to shoot it to the net, off the side of his foot. Ripped it way high and wide and off to the right side and out of play. Long day here, and it will get longer. Lynn Tech will be back here. They'll have third game for Lynn Tech today. The girls soccer, the boys soccer, and football team will play in the Neshoba here tonight. And Neshoba is the team that they played in the finals of the Mass Vocational State Championship, the Vocational Super Bowl, if you will. Tech keeping it in way deep in the corner. Classical keeping it in. Tech reaching in and knocking it out. So they'll get the throw in from down deep. Classical couldn't control it. Classical saying it went off Tech. Tech very quickly gets upfield and gets rid of it before the official changes his mind. They put it in play quickly. They knock it deep, headed away. Malara's played very well back there deep defensively. And I don't know if there was somebody contact made or somebody here with their hand, but they blow the whistle. Classical's going to get a free kick from just outside the 25-yard line. Novoa's going to take it. He has the one goal. And he tried to get it there, and it was a little bit behind. If he threw it more towards the net, he had a couple of people there, but they couldn't turn. They were facing the other way, and it went by them to the far right and out of play. Rodriguez pushes it ahead. They knock it into Classical bench here, and two of the Classical players came together and banged into each other. Knocked out by Tech. Coming up on 9 minutes left in this one. Heck, again, trying to make a play. They knock it back. Tipped. Gomez picked that pass off. They were trying to throw the pass to De Leon breaking, and they stepped in front. Poljoy trying to get there first and can't. Classical takes it away. And then they lost it out of play, but good hustle by Molina Olana. Poljoy was trying to break down the near side. Molina Olana caught up. And now Poljoy knocks it out. 8 minutes and counting left in this one. Knocked out by Tech. Lopez knocked it out. De Leon will throw it in. Getting a hand on it. Reached around Macario. He was reaching behind him and didn't realize the ball was there, and he hit it with his hand, and a free kick. Albio Asani will take the free kick from just inside the 20-yard line. Just over the top crossbar, almost a perfect kick. He placed it perfectly, hooked it back, kept right what he wanted. It was going right into that far corner and just stayed high and over the net. Great try by Asani. Tech knocked it loose but knocked it out. Classical knocked it out. Classical gets taken down. They tip it ahead. Classical will track it down. Tech will track it down. You got to remember that Tech is the home team, not Classical is the green team. Rodriguez pushing it up. Rodriguez gets it back. He gets broken up. They get across to Novoa. He's the difference in the game. He got the one goal. They knock it deep, trying to walk in, and they shot it wide. Gio Ramirez made a great play. He was getting nudged. By Josue Pena, and he still got a rifle shot off, but it went wide, just wide. Came very close to tying this game up. Pop to the middle. Gomez steps in and takes it away. For a moment, they had 3-on-2. Gomez rifles the shot. Arriaga makes the save. Got a good look at that one. And he hustles, knocks it away. And we got a whistle. I think they blew the whistle because Classical was trying to block the kick. And now they're giving Classical a free kick. Classical picks it off, knocks it deep. Classical just trying to keep it away from their net, leading 1-0. With time winding down, clock favors the Rams as they block and take it away. Nice little shift by Gomez. Gives it back to Asani. Gomez gets knocked down. With a rush. Tipped it to the far side, trying to throw it in front. There's the Classical defense again. They've been outstanding on that back line. Alabasi, Molina Orellana, Malara. They've been very good defensively as we have a Tech player down. Just over 3 minutes left in this one. Ms. Gagner again, she's had a busy tournament. 4 games, 2 apiece Tuesday and Wednesday, and now 4 games today. She's been at all of them. So right now, son Eric Marino has the edge on dad Eric Marino. The 2 head coaches in this one. Has never happened before in any game that I've covered, or the teams that I've covered, or even those that I've read about in the Salem News and the Lynn paper. Have never seen father-son. I've seen father-son head coach, assistant coach, but never adversaries. So the player is down, and they call a timeout and go to the sideline while they're doing that. As they say that, Tech player gets up, and Nicole Gagner is helping him get off. He's limping a little bit. Favoring, I think, the left leg. Now Miss Gagner gets some help. So they'll look at him. Hopefully that's not going to be as bad as it looks. As I say that, he's walking a little better as he gets near the bench. So let's hope he's going to be okay. I think that was Rodriguez. I didn't see the play. He was down with the ball going forward. So from the 30-yard line, Tech is going to get a free kick. Just over 3 minutes left in this one. Classical sets up their picket fence. They pop it up. Classical heads it away. Blocked by Tech, trying to keep it in the Classical end. That's where they need it if they want to try and get back in the game. They trail 1-0. Classical, I think, was trying to stop a corner kick there. I don't know if he did or not. I guess he did just before it went out, so it'll be a throw-in rather than a corner kick. Knocked away by Classical into the Classical bench area, knocking it further upfield. Classical battling to try and take it away. Tech trying to get back. Classical knocks it away. From long range, it gets tipped off a Classical player. And that was Gio Ramirez. Got a piece of that. He turned, I think, away from the kick. It bounced off him anyway, but Cortez able to make the save very easily. He kicked it high in the air. And Classical will try to keep it out of their territory and get it back in and get it back in the Tech end with 2 minutes left. Gomez gets around. Blocked from behind. Arriaga comes out. Takes it away. They call it rolling off Gomez, and Arriaga has to hurry because the clock is winding down. Not a lot of time left. They blow the whistle for a takedown. Tech will get a free kick, but they got to get a little giddy up in their step. They can't waste any time. They get it across. So we're close to having both championship games be decided in the second half, and both championship games appear to be 1-0. Popped up, whistle. I thought it was a whistle, and it was a whistle. Classical's going to get a free kick. They don't have to hurry. They can take their time. They want to run it out. Tech knocks it out. So it looks like Classical is going to make amends. St. Mary's girls beat Classical girls 1-0. And now it looks like Classical is going to beat Tech 1-0 and get them a split in the championship games. They kick it back to the middle. They try to, they call it the bicycle kick over the shoulder, trying to kick it back to the net. Shot blocked off Tech. It's going to go out of bounds, and the clock just winding down. And it sounds, and they're coming out to congratulate Cortez, the goaltender. Classical can celebrate. It's been a while since they've gone 2-0 in the season. They're 2-0. Tech will drop to 1-1 after Tech sprung that major upset against St. Mary's. They're not able to upset Classical as Classical wins it 1-0. It was Gabriel Navoa. There was a shot. It got blocked. It moved ahead like 2 or 3 yards inside the 15, and Navoa was right there to pick up the loose ball and bang it home. And that's the difference. 1-0. Classical will be the 2018 Lynn City Tournament champions. And what we do now is look far across the field to, they'll come with the presentations, they'll come up with an MVP. The MVP in the girls' game was Cornell, who got the only goal. So you would probably assume that Navoa would be the MVP for this one, getting the only goal. Good defense on both sides. Pojoy had a couple of chances. He had the best chance of the day for Tech. Made a great rush getting around a couple of defenders. Walked in from a tough angle, blasted a shot. And Cortez, I think it was Cortez's only save from in close, and they just blasted it. And Cortez was able to make the save and knock the ball away. And that was really the only real chance that Tech had. Tech Classical virtually controlled territorial-wise. Tech just couldn't generate offense and get a good shot on net. The one by Poje was from a tough angle, and Cortez didn't have to cover the entire net, but he made a terrific save. And the one, Arriaga made a couple of big-time saves too, but couldn't do much with the one goal by Navoa because it just from inside the 15-yard line, he just ripped it inside the far post. Arriaga had no chance. And all we're doing now is waiting for them to make the presentation to the captains and the coach for the championship trophy and to give the most valuable player award to whoever becomes the most valuable player. Teams will congratulate each other. Most of these young guys know each other very, very well. They might play on club teams or AAU teams together. They probably played some youth stuff together. They may even be related family-wise. Cousins, nephews, uncles. We certainly know the coaches are related. Young Eric Moreno, the son, gets the edge over the father. I don't know if they live in the same house. If they do, it'll be interesting at the supper table tonight with Eric Moreno, the son, knocking off Eric Moreno, the father. First time that I know of that father and son has coached against each other. There have been instances where sons have become coaches later on and fathers have retired, or fathers and son coached on the same team. This is the first time I've seen them on two different teams, especially playing for the Lynn City Championship. And one of the Morenos, unfortunately, is disappointed, although I'm sure he's happy for his son. They'll line up, they'll make the presentation, I believe, of the MVP first. Classical still celebrating a very big win. They had a big win over arch rival English. Anytime you beat English, it's always a big win. Navoa wins the MVP award. He got the one goal. He's the difference. He's the reason we're not having a shootout. He got the one goal in the second half, and that was the goal that wins the game. Captains and coaches will come out and get the championship trophy, and the 2018 tournament will be in the books. St. Mary's girls once again winning the tournament, and it will be the Lynn Classical boys winning two big ones, knocking off a very good Tech team. The final score, Classical 1, Tech nothing. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.